Louisiana beer reviews. Rich and alluring commitment. Imperial Stout from St. Arnold Brewing Company, Houston, Texas. Introduced in 2020. I've had this bottle about a month. I bought it at Mathern's. Well, yeah, it's kind of expensive. It's 13.4% alcohol, 48 IBUs. It was introduced originally in 2018 as their St. Arnold Divine Reserve 18. So it's just a repackaging. Haven't seen any video reviews for this one. Bottled on January 28th, 2020. I probably bought it February 28th. Date won't matter on something like this. They use 2-row Cara 45 C120 malts and also midnight wheat. So they use barley and wheat as their grains. Zeus are the hops. Beer Advocate gives it a 91 out of 100 with 13 ratings. The old Divine Reserve 18 listing, which is now retired, they gave it a 92 out of 100, so it hasn't really changed. Rate Beer says a 95 out of 100, but that's for the Divine Reserve 18. They don't have the commitment even listed on their site. 95 out of 100, very high. But in the style, Imperial Stout, they're giving it a 61, so they're saying it's an awesome beer. In the style, it's horrible. Okay. And then an 81 on Untapped. And that's very high for Untapped. Most scores you see on Untapped be around 65 to 75, so 81. All right. There's some more over there at Mathern's. I might buy another couple of bottles, even though it is expensive. Here's a St. Arnold Summer Pills glass. Only St. Arnold glass I've got. All right. Nice smoke here at 8 a.m. A little bit cool here in the morning, but it won't stay cool here. It's going to be close to 90 degrees today. This is being recorded in March 2020. Pretty thick tan head with this direct sunlight. It's dark brown but with some red. You can see some ruby red shining through as the sun hits it. Mostly clear sky, a few wispy clouds. Very humid. You can see it's dew everywhere. In 1 week, 7 days, look how fast the grass has grown. Be the 6th time this year I've had to cut the grass already today. Incredible. Once the little slightest inkling of warmth hit, the grass just exploded. It smells very rich. Dark malts, raisin, has no raisins. They say on the website, oh yeah, I forgot, they say on the website they use Belgian candi syrup. Now, it's funny, people will throw a hissy fit of monstrous proportions if you mention corn syrup. And I'm no advocate for corn syrup in beer, mind you. Although it doesn't bother me either. But they'll throw a hissy fit galore. But if it's candy syrup, well, that's okay. That's made with what? Beets? Belgian candy syrup made from beet juice, I guess, beet extract, whatever, how they make a syrup. But if it's corn, oh, that's bad. Corn, that's bad. Beets, they're good. Okay. Whatever. Smells nice, rich, strong, hearty, tough. Texas. If you're driving along Interstate 10 / US Highway 90, because they're routed together through the middle of Houston, just follow the signs. And if you're going westbound, you'll see St. Arnold on the north side of the highway. I mean, it literally hugs the service road, the highway. I don't even think there's a service road there. It's just a dead-end street. That's the highway. Because that part of the interstate was an old road, 90, like an old highway, and then they just convert it into an interstate. But whatever. Anyway, if you're going eastbound, look to your left, you'll see it. Big complex. You can get off one of those, any of those exits go north. There's like a thoroughfare road. I don't know, remember the name, like Labar or something like that. And you'll see St. Arnold. There were some liquor stores we wanted to stop at too, but something happened and we didn't do it, unfortunately. We can go back. It's just rich. It's intense. It might throw you, if you're used to lighter beers like Lone Star or Lone Star Light, this could just be unbearable. Deep, dark bread crust, cocoa powder, like I say, the candy syrup. It's intensities in 10 cities. You see, it's tough. Oh, and it does kind of taste like beets in a way. When you get these ideas in your head, it stays. You know, I found out the Belgian candy sugar is made from beets, but you get that feeling. There's a feeling I get when I look to the west, and it has all of those. You know, a lot of people can't stand beets, you know, because they're strong. Like, I love them. You know, the pickled beets with the onions and the FBI. But no, they're good. This is an intense product. It's dark, it's rich, intense. It's not a lightweight thing. If you go west, there's a road by St. Arnold, and if you kind of jogs north and then west, go down there, and it's kind of a desolate industrial area with some wooded areas, some warehouses, some abandoned, some in use. It's an interesting area. Wouldn't go walking around there at 2 in the morning. But if you go south, there's an old bridge, 1940s, 30s bridge, 1930s, I think, 2-lane, over one of the bayous. Houston's the bayou city. There's bayous all through there, which is, what is a bayou? A slow-moving river, like a lazy river. Not much current. There is a current. It isn't much. There's Buffalo Bayou, Brays Bayou, etc. And that's an interesting thing. And then if you go down the bayou, the bridge over the bayou, and you could see, well, there's the Astros Stadium. And you can find, you know, and then there's parking, and it's very interesting. And they'll send you signals where to park, like they'll beat on a garbage can, boom, 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 depending on where you need to turn. I'm just kidding. But anyway, but you can park, and then there's a navigation boulevard area with a lot of Mexican restaurants, the old Catholic church. The whole thing is very interesting, interesting. About 5 hours east of me, making perfect time. 6 hours making, you know, normal time. But yeah. Anyway, heavy-bodied, a sweet finish. It's this thing will make you just catch it like a little seizure, but yeah, it is great. It's an awesome beer, but like twice a year it'd be all I could take. I don't see how you could just drink this all the time. I just can't see it. I know people drink high alcohol beers constantly, but I can't handle it. I'm too weak or whatever. I just can't, or too wise, you know. But I can't. It's an A+. It's about a 97 out of 100, I'll call it. 97 out of 100, but beware, be very aware. And they even say on the website, if you read about this on the Divine Reserve, they don't have this listed, but the Divine Reserve, they just have like a little news article introduction area for this commitment. But they'll say, don't drink this or out anywhere, just drink it in the safety of your home. You know, be very careful. I mean, and it's no joke. I mean, they're being, jocular about it, but you really do need to heat that ice. Okay, so here's a piece of matzo with some Limburger cheese and some Valentina hot sauce and some pulverized black pepper on it. Now I know you're saying maybe, wow, super intense beer that gives you the shakes, and then you're gonna eat some super intense Limburger that 90% of people would run from. I agree with that, but this kind of ABV level, and I just feel more comfortable eating something. I can understand if Limburger wouldn't necessarily be the thing you'd want to choose. But anyway, so awesome product from a very interesting city. On the surface, you think Houston, Texas, very bland. It's nothing but strip malls and subdivisions. And I've said that many times. It's just like strip malls and subdivisions. But you can find out through exploration that it is very fascinating to drive around, and it always happens to me. I'll like downgrade someplace, like, that place is trash, But then I'll start exploring, and I'll be like, this is not trash. Where'd you get these ideas? Well, Detroit, Michigan would be another good example. It's been 6 years. I need to go back there just for tourism related issues. So, all right, anyway, Les Monton Relais, a fabulous product. Figure $5 a bottle or less. Wouldn't be more than that, but $5 a bottle or less. Don't know about the distribution in your area, but I would, without any reservations, recommend it, except to say, heed their advice, drink it at home, be very wary of it, and just be prepared for an onslaught of aroma, flavor, body, finish, like I say, intensity. Now I'm choking on the black pepper. Oh. It is unthinkable. Woo! It's strange because it seems more harsh than the Bourbon County Stout, which we get here at 15.2. Oh, but that'll rock you like a hurricane if you drink that 500 milliliter bottle. Oh man, what a mistake. On the sweetness scale, using the Cyclops approach, I would say it's 5, at least 5. I'm sorry. 13.4. Where do I go? Who do I turn to? No, I think it's 4 out of 5 sugar cubes, at least, at the minimum. 4 out of 5 sugar cubes, so extremely sweet. Bitterness scale, I like the Cyclops approach. It's pretty simple, or simplified. No, I wouldn't think it's really too bitter, even though it's clocking in a theoretical sense at 48. In a practical sense, it's not bitter. Probably 2 out of 5 hop cones, yeah. If you're a beer fan, yeah, you pretty much have to get into St. Arnold beers. You gotta do it. Like that old coach said, and what's more, you gotta do it. Thanks for watching this video production. Les Monton Relais. Y'all come on down to southeastern Louisiana.